And welcome back everyone to Danganronpa. Last time, man, a lot happened. For starters, you know, we thought the master was dead, which, you know, come on. There's no way this game would end this fast. And turns out we gotta do a little investigation for the body, which is either Kyoko's or Mukuro Ikusaba, who we learned to be the ultimate mercenary. I don't know, like from this trial, there's like so much confusion for what we got so far, and I don't know, like there's so much more that we need to know about this, and maybe we might know more of the trial, but I don't know. But let's just get this over with. All right. Whoa, Byakuya and Koto showed up together. Yeah, we did, boy. Got a problem with that? Where the heck have you two been? You just disappear without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? I mean, it is a murder mystery. Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go out together? Just the two of you? Oh, I knew you'd be jealous. What, are you jealous? Hey. Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself? Why not both? I mean, come on. You know, I'm not gonna judge. What? Stop talking and embrace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He can show up at any time. Where are you at, Monokuma? When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for a full 5 minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 became 10. Why? What's going on here? Why haven't Monokuma shown up yet? Good question. Could it be maybe he died again? It's probably like the smartest thing you said so far. What should we do? Maybe we should wait here or something. Or what? I knew you were gonna pop up. What? Jesus! Did I scare you? Come on. I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? Wait, does that mean what I think it means? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so if it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. I'm just gonna assume that's who I think it is. When we heard the voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey.
I knew it! Yep. Yeah, it definitely was not Kyoko's dead body, so it's more than likely Mukuro Ikusaba's. I'm here, and no rules have been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive! No, that's a ghost! Oh my god. We got frickin' Shaggy over here, like, still in disillusion land. Stop talking. I agree if you want to, Toko. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right? What? But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulations did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. Shing! No, I'll make sure you'll be sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. Alright. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. I know you're going at Byakuya. Huh? He's right. Now we gotta deal with the ghost. Oh my god. This. Oh god. You should see my face. Like, come on. Yasuhiro. I mean, really? Really? I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we're gonna do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But...
I'll be happy when the trial is over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator, but I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial began. Alright, this is interesting. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used the key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it's another area where there's no cameras and stuff. Well, why is that? Of course, I also missed the announcement because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then when did you find out?
So...
Just now, I finished my research and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to the trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. See, I knew it. It was definitely a master key. Yeah, it made sense. I mean, it had the face on it and all. Like, that's definitely like a master key of sorts. What? Kyoko's accountant. Oh, interesting. All right.
Just a second.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through this trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation. You would be both.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the most single crucial moment so far for me. I can understand why. I mean, you and I are kinda SOL in this case. Literally. We got really bad alibis. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Interesting. Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the door slid shut. Man. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes to preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illumined light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Oh my god.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Or the blinding light of bad color. Jesus Christ, this room. Like, what the hell? This looks... Ugh, this looks like the room is gonna give me a headache through this whole case. Like, ugh. This is bad. Okay. I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. Well, because there's reasons. The time for pointless jokes and jabs had passed.
Thrills! Chills!
Let's get on with the show! Oh boy. And so the curtains open for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Nope. Alright, well, let's look at our e-handbook of our evidence. Okay, so we got the Monokuma file about the body. Oh god. By the way, I'm using a new mouse for this trial, so bear with me during the certain parts. Oh god. Okay, so we got the exploded body analysis. We got the fake nails, a tattoo on the right hand, the fragments of the body that were the bomb that was from Monokuma, sprinkler systems that go on to 7:30, when the body was found and all the accounts that happened prior, knife at the crime scene, the tarp that was used, the chicken coop chickens, Byakuya's account, the body's condition before the explosion, Mukuro Ikusawa's profile, Monokuma's account, saying that there's 16 students, the woodblock key, titanium arrows, a bloody duct tape, Kyoko's account. Okay, so the thing is with this case, they said the body was found with like a head wound that was like done by a blunt object, but I kind of already assume at this point that it's like the titanium arrows and a bloody duct tape were used together to make something. Maybe that's like my only assumption, because since we didn't find any other weapon in the crime scene other than the knife, which, you know, isn't a blunt object, so I feel like that's like our only assumption here. Anyway, then skills. We got a skill from Asahina. Increase the focus gauge by 2. Effect. Oh yes, that helps a lot. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's get this thing going. All right.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
I mean, do we have to?
Your votes will determine the results.
I mean, do we really have to? I mean, like, we know everything.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
We
then
all
I'll
die.
punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
God, that chair still makes me irritated with the planar mapping on that.
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
Let's.
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
Yep.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Are you fucking kidding me? Yasuhiro, are you that dumb? Oh my god. What the hell?
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Thank you, Toko. Like, what is he going off of this?
No, that's a ghost.
Why weren't you dead at any point in this series? Like, seriously. I mean, I like all these characters, but Jesus Christ, how can some of you guys be this dumb?
But
Yeah, Kyoko,
she
don't
has
even.
legs and stuff.
Yeah, Kyoko, don't even acknowledge him. Like, goddamn.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Honestly, if I was in this game at this point, I would have killed Yasuhiro. I'm not gonna deny that. I would have killed him. No way, shape, or form. Like, I could deal with him this entire game.
There's
God,
a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
agreed. Like, Byakuya, I'm not a big fan of you, but oh my god, we at least agree sometimes, and this is one of them.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse
Really?
isn't Kyoko, right?
Wait, we gotta really do this? Just to, oh my god.
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
This is ridiculous.
Her traits?
Oh my god. One important trait that Kyoko has, it's her gloves.
I got it.
Her piercing glare.
I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
Yep.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
Ooh, girl, talk back to him like that, yeah.
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
True.
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
No, because their hands are still showing prior.
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Oh my god, I want to hit you in the head! There's no way the corpse was Kyoko, but if I can't prove why, we gotta be stuck here in the case. Alright. Well, we had noise. Let's debate Yasuhiro's idiocy. I mean, really? The tattoo. Or the fake nails. You know what? It's one of those two.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No, that can't be it.
No, that's wrong.
Yep, that's what I thought. The fake nails.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
Yep.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember?
Yep.
I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain.
Precisely.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails. Don't you think?
Precisely.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
I think you don't know women, let alone anything else.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Shout it out, Asahina, because goddamn.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
There you go.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Now can you shut up, Yasuhiro?
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Thank you, Togami. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, why are we humoring this? Why were we humoring him to begin with?
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Yeah, you could drag him some more, Byakuya, because my god, Hiro, are you dumb. Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Alright. Make your arguments. Probably the body analysis.
Kyoko really is still alive. Then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify
No,
the body...
that's gotta be it. What?
Shoot!
Is that on it?
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't
Come on.
think so. The face was scorched
Why?
beyond recognition.
Nope.
And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
There we go.
No, it's wrong.
Okay, I can already tell this mouse is not gonna be good for this LP.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Isn't that what's been going on this entire game, Toko?
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
You've literally seen several, Yasuhiro.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
Oh, that's why I like you, Asahina.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
It's Fenrir.
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
What the fuck, Toko? Jesus Christ. Would you go that far if Togami told you to do that? Like, that's a little messed up.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
Why would you believe her?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh my god.
Oh, really?
This game, man. If you compare the tattoo to the information, the victim's identity should be... Mukuro Ikusaba.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Yep.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Yep.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... Wait, are we really doing this? Are we really doing this for a wolf? Seriously? Oh, okay, game. That was the weirdest Hey Man's Gambit, but we did it. That was so weird.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Yep.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge world-ending wolf race.
Yep. Fenrir's a badass.
He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
Yeah, right? Like, it only took like 5 cases.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf,
Yep.
which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
Yep.
What?
Hold on. Isn't Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
We assumed it, not knew that it actually was her or not.
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right.
Huh?
Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
You're half right.
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
Exactly.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
True, but that's not her ultimate talent.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Exactly.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
Yeah, she's the ultimate mercenary.
All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
Well, soldier and mercenary, same thing, kinda.
If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
She didn't tell us she was like the, well, did she?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
But what if she wasn't that important?
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Exactly, so she's just, you know.
Then who's the real mastermind?
That's still a mystery.
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
I still don't think that can be it.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
See, with Kyoko, like, I know when she's so determined that she's right, and I feel like she is right in this case.
But how can
So
we
much
trust
gonna-
that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
No, not
My
necessarily.
information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
Why are you trying to butt in like that? Like, this whole trial's really weird, and I feel like Monokuma is trying to stir something up here.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
See, something's off about this.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Damn, Byakuya, calling out the family name here. Whew. It's gonna be interesting.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
Yeah, I mean, what are they gonna do to you? Kill you? We don't know how many of you are there, so.
Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record.
Alright.
The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
Monokuma's being very vocal this trial. It's like he really does
Hammer
that.
that point straight into your big ol' brains.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Interesting.
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Unlikely, Yasuhiro. I'm just gonna ignore you.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Yep.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. I already know who you're gonna mention.
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Yeah, it's kind of obvious. Based on what we know, yeah. It's myself and Kyoko.
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Yep.
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain.
Yep.
Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there.
Yep.
So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden.
Not necessarily true. There is a sprinkler system.
However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma.
Yep.
The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Is myself and Kirigiri.
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Yep.
exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Yeah, we got some
Are
stuff.
you thinking of raising an objection?
Boy. You want to raise something? Because I feel like you're coming on to us.
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place.
Exactly.
Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Yep.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at...
I like the way he said that. Byakuya.
Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Not necessarily true.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
It was around like 9-ish, 9:30.
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
It was discovered at 9.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Exactly. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot right now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
Yep.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
Precisely.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock.
Sadly.
But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
Yep.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around...
That was around 7.
Oh yeah! Right around 7:30.
Alright, 7:30, whatever.
I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
I do, actually. The murder happened between 10 and 9, and I don't have an alibi from 10 till 7:30. Okay, then it looks like the game has begun. If I can't prove an alibi for that period, then I have to prove the murder didn't happen during that time when I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ends up. Oh, that's my jam! Pump it up! Yep. Sprinklers!
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Okay.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any
Objections now would be the time.
Okay. Yep.
We've established a time. It took place somewhere between 9 o'clock. Yep. And Makoto.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
What?
Shoot!
I feel like I'm like bullying Asahina.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took
Maybe.
place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. And Makoto.
Yeah, from 10 to 7:30.
What am I doing wrong here?
Shoot!
Oh boy.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
Oh wait. I'm
It took place
stupid.
somewhere between 10 o'clock.
I'm stupid.
No, that's wrong!
I was targeting the wrong one.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock.
Oh my
It
god.
had to have taken place way later.
Some of the decisions I make during these cases really. Oh my god.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden.
Exactly.
The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
And it wasn't.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
No, after we put out the fire. That's when you woke up, so you didn't actually know what happened prior.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
Yep.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
Pardon me? Toko, what the hell? What is everyone's minds at this? I mean, my god. I'm all for like jokes and euphemisms and dirty jokes or whatever, but it's like, come on, Toko, really?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
Oh boy.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Oh my lord. These people, man.
You're totally wacko.
Honestly, I think I'd rather prefer Genocide Jack over her, which is really weird to say.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
Well, we should all know. I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinkler's that body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with start evidence. We should look at the body itself and observe it. Okay. Oh boy. Alright, let's see if this mouse actually works.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing.
Oh my god.
Are you trying to blame me?
Oh god.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me?
I am feeling
I
hardcore.
admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on!
Okay.
How can you say it?
This should prove it.
Holy god. This is gonna be rough.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
I totally forgot to reload there for a second, and then it took me like a full 10 seconds to realize, oh right, I need to reload. Oh my god, and I wasted so many hearts doing that.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry.
Yes.
If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
Yep.
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I wouldn't say that.
I'm so sick of her.
Thank you, Asahina. Oh my god. If I had to like rank everyone so far in this game of like who I tolerate most, I mean, Kyoko would be on top, followed by Asahina, and followed by Byakuya, then Toko, then Hiro. I'm not even gonna consider Makoto in this since we're playing as him.
Let's just move on.
Thank
The
you.
reason only the top half was wet was because
Because we dozed all that water.
while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire. The
Yep.
top.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, we can't blame you because you were like, you know, Genocide Jack at the time and then you got knocked out and woke up to it. That's when you saw it as.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Yep.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
Precisely.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
Right, so I'm clean.
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
Good for you is probably a thing that Yasuhiro hears a lot.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
That is true. Uh-oh. Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which could mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone...
I'd just like to say one thing.
Uh-oh. What are you gonna say?
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
What?
Which is why I can't let that happen.
This is interesting. Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone.
Interesting.
This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
You know what? I'm starting to believe that. Honestly, like, something's not right with this trial.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me?
Well, we've been blaming you a lot this whole game, okay? But it's just like, why of all times is Mukuro Ikusaba showing up now? That's the big question.
Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
Thank you, Bakia.
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Thought you said you were gonna listen to any retorts like that.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Alright,
Huh? She did?
I wanna hear this.
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko?
That's not Kyoko's MO, though. I can't see her doing that. That's like out of her character at this point.
But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
No, can't be.
She had a motive and no alibi. Well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I don't believe it.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Wait, what now? What?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
Kyoko, what are you doing?
What are you?
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Yeah, I know what you're going with. Certain silent scene was used. Tarp. Yep.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
Yep.
You catch on quick.
Yep.
You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water.
And it would.
In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that.
Well, I guess that's an interesting refute, but now I'm like starting to get a little worried here with this case. Like, is Kyoko a killer?
Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water.
Okay.
The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean.
Interesting.
This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
Okay.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place.
That's true.
In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
I mean, you're not wrong. It just makes me more worried about you at this point. Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like a killer? No, I can't think about that right now. The tarp. If it was used that way, Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I'm saying everyone's gonna think I'm the killer, well, I would worry just a little bit after refute what Kyoko said. I would worry just a little bit, Makoto, because, you know, not that many people left and, you know, kind of... Okay, so probably body before the explosion.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
Okay,
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side
okay.
is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Okay, so that's fine.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
Correct.
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Okay.
Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
I'm gonna say this. No? Oh, God. Oh, right.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
Fragment.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Maybe that would be it.
The underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Oh no, I'm so screwed.
By covering the body with the tarp,
I gotta think.
the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless.
It's because that side was protected from the water.
I'm drawing a blank here. I'm drawing a blank. Oh my god, we are so
By
screwed.
covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was
I don't
only
think fragments
dirty
near
on
the
one
dead body
side
makes it.
is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside, it was totally
Maybe.
That side was protected since it was facing down toward. Of course, it didn't get dirty.
I don't know if there's anything worth scanning.
By covering the body with the tarp,
Oh, maybe
the
actually.
killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless.
Let's-
It's 'cause
That side, since it was facing, of course it didn't get dirty.
Let's.
By covering the body with
The killer prevented it.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side.
Oh boy. And game over. Okay. Well, that's a mistake. Yep.
I refuse to give up yet.
Oh boy. This is a rough trial.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally
I
spotless,
gotta
right?
think this through. Like,
It's because
What?
that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
By covering the body with the tarp,
The killer prevented it.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was since it was facing. Of course it didn't.
oh,
get
let's hope this is
dirty.
it. Please, please. Oh, thank God.
No, that's wrong.
This is. This trial, man.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Yeah.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right?
See, I don't know. I don't know why I completely did not think of that hint. Whatever. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right?
Yakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they used it.
No, because the blood was still fresh.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
True.
Oh, yeah, true.
more than that,
I really
what
hope.
if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
I agree, because there was a missing chicken, and if they really did kill it, man. Huh? The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
Yeah.
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
Well, you know, I don't know if there's still blood in nurse's office, but there was definitely an easy blood source right next to the body.
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Yup. They got right there from the garden, right? Which must mean... chickens.
I got it!
Look at all these
Could it have
chickens.
been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
Yup.
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens.
Exactly.
But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
Pretty much, and that's kind of messed up, but, you know, that's what they did.
Man, that's messed up.
Oh my god, I'm saying stuff that Hagakure is saying. I hope I'm not like him. This is just sad now at this point.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Okay, that threw me out there for a second. I was like, yeah, I said, wait, what?
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around.
Interesting.
Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
True.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense.
Alright, what is it?
You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right?
Correct.
But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange.
Okay.
Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
That would make
They
sense.
covered it beforehand?
So it wouldn't look like the murder took place in that area.
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
No, because it was off the body.
I think so.
Nope.
Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Yep.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
It's okay, Asina. I had a hard time keeping up with certain points in this trial.
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off,
Correct.
but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp.
Alright.
Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp,
Alright.
they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood.
Yep.
This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred.
Man, so much was prepped for this murder.
They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at
Is she-
7:30.
Is she trying to point this towards me again?
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body.
Okay.
They'd be done in no time.
True.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
My god, Kyoko, why are you pinning this on me? Jesus Christ.
That's not.
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
Oh my god. Kyoko, what are you doing to me? Are you trying to get me killed?
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Well, fuck. And the suspicion falls back on me. And I feel like that's the right time to end this episode, honestly. I don't know what the hell is going on, clearly, because I've been screwing up left and right in this case. Mainly because I'm just, like, putting the pieces together, but I'm jamming them in the wrong spots. But yeah, I don't know what Kyoko's up to, but I guess it might be because she might be the actual killer in this case. Or not, I don't know. This is weird. But anyway, guys, I'll be seeing you next time for hopefully the second part of the trial and hopefully the ending part of it to see where this weird outcome's gonna go. But anyway, guys, hope you liked the video. Be seeing you next time. Later.